Hello everybody, welcome back to Vlogmas. Today is day 24, so let me wish you a very Merry Christmas Eve. On the day I'm filming this, we had our first holiday gathering. We had some wonderful finger foods to celebrate Christmas, and then I just had to show you all these beautiful gifts around the tree. I just thought that it was such a lovely scene, and we had such a wonderful gathering. We played some Christmas carols and we enjoyed time together with family. So we're back home now. It's in the evening and I am preparing dinner. One thing I wanted to do this December was prep some freezer meals. And earlier in December, I sat down with one of my cookbooks and I kind of talked you through some meals that I wanted to make. Well, in all honesty, I think I got one made. I made some taco meat and I put it in the freezer. And, you know, it's one of those things you just have to laugh. But I was so thankful that I had this taco meat to pull from because tonight's dinner just came together so quickly. So what I realized was that, I've realized a lot throughout Christmas and throughout this whole Vlogmas experience, but one thing that I've realized is that you almost never start too early. There's almost no such thing as starting too early, especially in the Christmas season. So I think if I do freezer meals in the future, I think I'd like to start them more in advance when I have more margin and more time, because trying to do them doubling and freezing in December, it sounded like a good idea just to do, one a week, and then I would end up having lots of meals for the week of Christmas, and it just didn't work out that way. So anyway, I think at this point in the game, what you do is you don't beat yourself up for the areas where you maybe missed the mark or maybe you fell a little bit short, but you just kind of take it all in, you take the good and then you also take what you wish was different and you just kind of accept it all as reality. And so that's what we are doing. We're not beating ourselves up for the gifts that didn't get purchased. We're not beating ourselves up for people that might have outgifted you. We're not beating ourselves up for items on the to-do list that didn't get done or intentions that you had that just didn't happen. So anyway, tonight what I'm doing is just doing a little reset of our home. There were quite a few things that I could just feel would feel better if we just all worked together. So if it looks like I'm redoing footage here, I'm actually relighting this candle. I've had some issue with some of my beeswax candles this year, just not doing a good job. I don't know if it's the wax or if it's the wicks themselves, but I've had issue with them staying lit. I've also had them not burn super evenly. So that's just something that I'm kind of troubleshooting here as I'm tidying up the kitchen. So I put my cast iron skillet over some heat because it had needed to be cleaned for a while. So I cleaned that, I re-seasoned it, and then I've got this candle going. Do you ever look around your kitchen or your space and you realize there have been some areas that you just have neglected because you've been busy or because you haven't seen your kitchen through an outsider's eyes? Sometimes when I am in my space and it feels a little stressful or it feels a little cluttered, I try to look at it through a guest's eyes. I had to take a break for a little treat. My husband got these goodies from his work and he wasn't going to eat them all, so I'm just trying to neatly place them over here. As much as I can, I try to use our tiered cake stand, our glass one, to display goodies, but right now it's displaying our daughter's gingerbread house that she made at school. And if you've been around for the entirety of Vlogmas, I am not leaving her gingerbread house out and open to the elements because I am not trying to feed any more mice. If you've missed it, we've had, a little fiasco in the month of December, and we had some unwanted guests in our house, and it caused me a little bit of mental stress. But it's okay. We are here, and we have persevered. I ask everybody to help me and kind of do little things in the kitchen. So everybody is working and cleaning their respective areas. And one thing that I realized there were several things in the kitchen that needed mending. Do you have an area in your house that's kind of like your workshop? I would like to establish an area in our house, and it's just so small, there's not a great spot for it. But I would love to have a spot for all of these little things that need gluing or stitching or whatever. One of the other things that I realized that I hadn't done was repot this cactus. I was given a lovely cactus by a friend at Christmas, and it has just been sitting in that kind of foil packaging. So it took me 2 minutes to go and put it in a planter, and now I'm starting my mending pile. So my daughter made these really cute cinnamon applesauce ornaments at a school event, but her cow lost one of its ears. So it took me a few seconds to just glue that back. I do think that maybe super glue would be better for that job, but so far it's holding up okay. We also, at Thanksgiving, talk about things piling up. At Thanksgiving, this bow I noticed needed the ribbon hot glued back onto the metal, and I'm just now getting around to doing it. So while I've got the hot glue gun out, I'm just looking for anything that needs fixing. The kids had purchased this little, I think it's a Minecraft bee, like a bumblebee or a honeybee, and they had purchased this at their talent bazaar at their school where the kids sell different things. That's where we sold our beeswax candles. So I glued that magnet back on, and then we were back in business. This holiday book, this Christmas book, has been in this state for 2 or 3 Christmases. That sounds really embarrassing to say. But all it took was a little hot glue and then sticking this ribbon down in the spine and then just closing that book tight and just kind of rubbing along the spine. And then it was as good as new. This book, you take the Christmas star and you kind of move it from page to page, and it's got a little spot where it nestles in. I think this might have been a yard sale find. I can't remember. But do you ever do projects like this and then you feel so silly afterwards because it didn't take you any time at all? But it feels so good because now, instead of having all of these little fix-it projects just sitting in a bowl in the kitchen reminding me of my shortcomings, I can just go ahead and have them done. So I've stuck a little bit of baker's twine through the ornaments, and then I had my daughter go and hang them on the tree. So hopefully they will survive. These applesauce cinnamon ornaments always surprise me. My husband and I made some of them our first Christmas, and I was just talking to someone about this in some comments that they still smell. We open up our Christmas bins every year, and these ornaments still smell so fragrant and so nice, and it's just pure nostalgia. So if you've never made them, I would highly recommend it. So the last thing I'm going to do tonight as I go to put that baker's twine away is I really want to get a handle on my wrapping bin as we finish up the month. And y'all, look what I found. If you've watched my thrift haul, my most recent one, I had some pajamas for my son for next year for his December 1st box, and I had washed them and folded them and put them somewhere, and I didn't remember where. So if I can't find them again, please let me know in the comments that they are in the Christmas tin inside my Christmas bin. And now I'm so tired that apparently I'm rhyming. So let's get this wrapping bin back in shape. I keep my wrapping bin sort of organized by type of thing and by category. So I keep my boxes together, and then I keep 2 different collections of bags. I keep a Christmas bag collection and regular bags for birthdays, baby showers, what have you. So my favorite part of my wrapping bin is the embellishments bin. That's what I'm working on here. So it had definitely gotten out of hand, and my next video that you will be seeing is going to be all of those embellishments coming to life. It's like icing and sprinkles on a cake, and it truly is my favorite part. And it's so much more joyful if I have an organized area to work from. So that's what I'm doing here. The kids helped me a little bit, and we just got this bin back and ready to go. And I'm so excited to share that video with you tomorrow of embellishing the gifts. It really doesn't have to be anything crazy. It just adds a little extra spice to presents. So thank you guys so much, as always, for watching this video and taking time out of your busy Christmas. I will catch up with you tomorrow for day 25 of Vlogmas.